Hey everyone, Ashley Josephine here. So today we're on the fourth installment of our chakra series, and the fourth chakra is the heart. Just a quick review for those of you who are just joining us. The first chakra is located at the back of the spine, at the very base, right around where the tailbone is. The second chakra is in the hips and the sexual organs. The third chakra is in the belly and the solar plexus. And now we're at the fourth chakra, which is located in the heart. The chakras are from the energy body, so they're not actual physical parts of our body, but they are energy centers where we have energy swirling around. And the goal of aligning the chakra system is to find a sense of vitality and energy that helps support us in our everyday lives. So, let's get into the fourth chakra. The fourth chakra, located in the heart, is all about love, of course. But this love is a little bit different than the love that might be located in the second chakra, where it's all about passion and lust. The love in the fourth chakra is all about compassion. It's about self-love and loving others in relationship. It's about healing and finding a sense of balance in your love with yourself and others. And it's about connection, connecting with other people, connecting with your soul and your sense of self. So it's a very different kind of love than you might see in the second chakra. It's a very intimate love, and it's a love that can be used both for yourself and with your intimate partners, but also with your family and your friends and your peers and colleagues. It's also very challenging to cultivate that kind of love, because that's not the kind of love that we see so often in the tabloid magazines and that gets portrayed in movies and in our popular culture. So I'm going to go through a few different exercises today that we can use to cultivate some of that fourth chakra love energy. And we're going to start by breathing. Breath in the lungs helps to move the energy through the chakras, so it's always helpful to work on breathing exercises before we work with any of the chakras here. So why don't you find a comfortable seated position. Have a tall, straight spine. Rest your palms gently on your thighs or on your knees, and close your eyes. I'll guide you through this breathing exercise. We're going to breathe in and out through the nose. It might be helpful to place one of your palms on your belly. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Starting with an inhale through the nose, feel your belly expand into your palm. Pause at the top, and then exhale, pull your belly back in towards your spine. Your hand will move towards your back. Pause at the bottom of the exhale. Now inhale, press your belly out into your hand, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Taking the deepest breath that you can, pause at the top of the inhale, and then exhale, release your air out. Feel your diaphragm pushing out the air through your body. Now on this final breath, see if you can take the deepest breath that you've taken all day, allowing the air to spread throughout all of the different parts of your body. Pause at the top of the inhale, and then exhale, let it go. With intention, really pressing the air out of the body like you're releasing all of the toxins that you no longer want to be inside of you. Then remove your hand and start to breathe normally again. Often, many of us breathe up in the chest, and it's important to breathe down in the belly so that we can take the deepest breaths that we're able to take. That helps trigger the parasympathetic nervous system, which induces a sense of calm. So the next thing we're going to do is a really fun exercise that will help us feel some of the energy. Now, if you look in science and a map of our nerve endings, we have more nerve endings, or most nerve endings, in our hands than anywhere else in the body, which make our hands really, really sensitive. And that's really cool because we use our hands to heal a lot. So that's the power of touch, the power of massage. All of these nerve endings that we have located in the hands are able to feel and to touch others and transmit really positive, good energy. So we're going to feel that energy in our hands by taking our arms out parallel. Your palms will be facing down towards the ground. Take a moment and relax your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Try not to scrunch up. And then turn one palm up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to pull our fingers in towards our palms and then release them really rapidly. Like you're squeezing a stress ball in between both palms. One palm faces up, one palm faces down. And we'll do this about 15-20 times here. So just a couple more, really squeezing hard. And then flip the palms and continue to squeeze. So now the opposite palm is facing up, and the palm that was facing up before is now facing down. And keep squeezing, just a few more squeezes here. Your fingers and your palms might be getting tired. Work through. Take one deep inhale here. Exhale, stop. And then bring your palms together close to your hearts, maybe about 5 inches apart. And you're probably feeling something in between your palms here. Obviously there's nothing there. But this is the energy, those nerve endings that you're feeling in your palms. And you can play with putting the palms closer and closer together and feeling how that energy changes. It maybe gets stronger. You can play with pulling the palms out farther and farther away from each other. You might not feel it quite as much. And after a few seconds, that sensation will go away. But that's a really neat way to get in touch, connect with the healing power of your hands, and to really feel the energy that we're generating through some of these exercises. So now let's get into the actual physical yoga poses that can help us cultivate and connect with the 4th chakra energy. And we're going to start with Cobra pose. So you'll come down onto your belly, and you'll bring your palms underneath your shoulders, and the tops of your feet will press down into the mat. Now on your inhale, pull your elbows in towards each other and start to lift your chest up off the ground. It doesn't have to be very far. You can slightly or lightly press down into your palms to keep lifting so that your heart is starting to open up. The chest is stretching. Keep pulling the shoulder blades down and the elbows together. Keep pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, and pull your belly button up and in so that you stay out of the low back here. Only rise up so much so that you don't feel it in your low back. Take one more deep inhale here. Feel a nice stretch across the chest. And then exhale, come back down. Place your forehead on the mat. And then press yourself up to your knees. And we'll move into camel pose. I'll turn around so you can see it from a different angle. So we'll be sitting or standing on our shins. You can take 2 fists and place them in between your knees. That will ensure that your legs are hip distance apart. Our hips are smaller than we think. Take your palms to your low back. Now you're going to use your hands to press your hips over your knees and press down through your shins, and then start to lift your chest up to the sky like there's a little puppeteer pulling a string and lifting your chest up toward the ceiling. And your gaze can follow, and you just keep lifting your chest up. You'll feel the stretch across the collarbone, right across the heart and the chest. Keep lifting, keep gazing up towards the sky. Again, avoid any pain in the low back. And remember to breathe. Take a deep inhale here and a deep exhale. It might be a little bit harder to breathe because we are stretching out our entire body. If your neck gets tired, you can keep the chin tucked in. Otherwise, let it go. And take one more deep inhale here. And then very slowly start to lift up. And sit yourself back down on your heels. Place your hands on your thighs. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe normally. And notice the feeling, especially in your heart and your chest. You should feel something, probably a sense of openness. It's also quite normal for us to feel nauseous or slightly dizzy when we open up the chest so much. And that's simply because we're not used to opening up the heart. We're used to hunching forward and closing it off. So that sense of openness is a very vulnerable position for us, and it ends up making us feel nervous, feel dizzy, feel nauseous. And there's some scientific proof in stretching out the muscles there that actually works with the blood flow and explains physiologically why we actually get nauseous and dizzy, but I won't go into that today. Don't want to bore you too much. So let's do one more stretch. We're going to stand up and take our feet about hip distance apart. Remember, they're smaller than we think. Interlace your fingers behind you. On your inhale, lift your chest up towards the ceiling like that puppeteer is pulling the string. And exhale, start to hinge forward, coming into a forward fold. Take your palms, your fists up over your head, stretching across the chest. You can keep a bend in your knees if your hamstrings are tight. Let your head and neck go completely. Just take a few inhales and exhales here. And then release your hands down. Bring your knees back to the mat. Move slowly here. Come back to a comfortable seat. So this has been your 4th chakra exercises to help stimulate and cultivate and open up the energy in the heart center. I hope you feel more connected. I hope you feel more compassion. And I hope you feel more love all around. My name is Ashley Josephine. If you ever have any questions about yoga, the chakras, or anything spiritual in nature, please send me an email, chat with me on Facebook, get in touch. I want to talk with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.